You know, we often think of a leader as someone who's right out front, soaking up the spotlight. But what if real leadership, true leadership, isn't about being seen at all? What if it's about helping other people see their own potential? That's the powerful shift we're diving into today. So you've got these two very different models. On the one hand, you have the traditional leader who is the main event, the center of attention. But on the other hand, you have something totally different. A leader who's focused on creating an environment, a stage really, where other people can be the ones to step up and shine. The big question for any of us is, which one are you? And this leads us to this really powerful idea, the leader as an architect of elevation. Now, I know that sounds like a fancy title, but it's so much more than that. It's a whole philosophy where your job isn't just to direct traffic, but to actually build the pathways that let other people rise up. So here's the bottom line, the thing that really matters. Your success isn't measured by your own wins. It's measured by the growth and success of your team. It's a complete 180, a radical shift away from focusing on yourself to focusing deeply and intentionally on the people around you. Okay, so that all sounds great, right? But how do you actually become that kind of architect? Well, it all starts with a really solid foundation, one that's built on 3 pillars that are absolutely essential to making this work. First up, we have generosity. Now, in leadership, we're not talking about money. We're talking about being generous with opportunities, with giving credit where it's due, and with sharing your platform. And listen, this one is tough. It means you have to fight that gut instinct to protect your own status. You have to actively look for chances to pass the mic and share that spotlight. Next, pillar number 2, compassion. This is the skill of genuinely trying to get where your team is coming from. And it's tricky because it forces you to slow down and just listen instead of immediately jumping in to fix everything. When you do that, you build what's called psychological safety. You create this atmosphere where people feel safe enough to take risks, to mess up, and to actually grow. And the third pillar, the one that really holds the whole thing together, is trust. It is the absolute glue. Trust means you have a rock-solid belief in your team's skills and in their character. But man, this is tough because it means you have to let go of control. You have to give them real responsibility, which for any leader can feel incredibly risky. Now, mastering these pillars isn't just about learning some new management trick. And here's the really interesting part. This whole process doesn't start with your team. It starts with you. It's all about doing the inner work to get over our own hurdles. So let's break it down into a really clear 4-step process. First, you have to let go of your own insecurities. I mean, you can't lift other people up if you're secretly worried they'll outshine you. Second, you have to genuinely see and believe in the value of your team members. See their potential before they do. Third, set crystal clear agreements. And finally, offer encouragement that's real, that's specific, and that actually fuels them. You know, let's just hang on that third step for a second. Clear agreements. This is everything. It gets rid of all the confusion and builds a framework where people know exactly what success looks like. And let's be clear, this is the total opposite of micromanaging. It's about giving them the structure they need so they can have the freedom to knock it out of the park. It's the bedrock for real accountability. This quote just perfectly nails the whole idea, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of that big shift, the one from being just a manager of tasks to becoming a developer of people. You're not just pointing in a direction, you're helping them build their own wings. So, after all this inner work, after committing to generosity, compassion, and trust, what's the payoff? What really happens when you become this architect of elevation? The outcome is, well, it's nothing short of transformative. You start to unlock all of this hidden potential that's sitting right there, inside every single person on your team. We're talking about the ideas, the skills, the talents that traditional top-down leadership just smothers. You don't just get more work done. You get more passion, more innovation. You end up creating more leaders. So we're going to end this with a challenge for you. This isn't just a cool theory to think about, it's a call to action. Take a look at the people around you, your team, your colleagues, maybe even your family. The question isn't whether you can be an architect of elevation. The real question is, whose potential will you unlock first?